Good afternoon, Sierra Middle School. I'm Matthew Britton.
And I'm McCree Riley.
And you're watching the Falcon Flash News. Today for your news lineup, there will be sports highlights,
Sierra point of view,
weather,
Advent in action,
around campus,
a commercial break,
in the news,
and finally pop culture. Hey, did you go to any of our sports games?
No, I didn't.
Well, here are some sports highlights.
Good job to all of our Lady Falcons who won, and to our football team, we'll get them next time.
How do you feel about Park?
I honestly don't really know.
Well, let's find out what teachers and students have to say about Park with Araceli.
I do think we need state testing, not necessarily Park, but we need some type of testing to ensure that what teachers are teaching, students are learning, so that we both have accountability. I think it's a combination of a couple of things. I don't think the students necessarily think Park is important, so therefore they are not trying their best. And maybe there's some teachers that aren't teaching what they should be teaching. I think there are some elements of Park that are good, but I think there's some elements of Park that need to be redone and maybe the whole system changed to a different type of test.
And I think Park is just set up to go ahead and maybe look for student learning, but it's only one measure of student learning, and so the way that it's set up might not be the best way to capture what somebody has learned or what it is that they already know. I think we need to start looking smaller and see if it's positive or negative on each student. Some students like to rise to that challenge and they appreciate the challenge of a test, and others don't, and it depends on how it's looked at from the home.
Wow, that was cool to see what others think.
Speaking of parks, sometimes I like to take my dogs to the park.
How many do you have?
4 in total. I'm trying to get them trained.
In that case, let's go to our Advent in Action section in our broadcast to see if you can learn some training tips.
Today we have 4 dogs. The little white dog is Tebow. Tebow is the Odom family dog. He has been very pleasant to train in class, very biddable. He really wants to learn. The blue heeler is Bandit. Bandit is my personal dog. She's our old lady dog. Sorry, just hit the microphone. She's about 12 years old and she's got a lot of training already, but she enjoys being here with the kids. We've got the big dog in the back. That's Axel. He's a all-American mutt, mostly pit bull mix, maybe Labrador, maybe Great Dane. We're not sure. And then in this back corner, we have Shadow, who is Mrs. Reno's dog, and he is a Chihuahua. The students, I think they like the hands-on focus of this lesson. They like that they are interacting with dogs. Every student in here, when it's their turn to work with the dog, they're like in the moment. And they kind of argue about who gets to work with the dog when it's their turn.
It helps us learn how to understand animals better, like for people who aren't as experienced with animals. And with dogs, it helps us learn different training techniques like positive reinforcement, which teaches dogs to respond to treats and like praise rather than releasing, rather than learning off of pressure and release.
I do like this program because animals, I just have always loved them, and I love dogs, so.
Good afternoon, I'm Larissa Joe. Today's weather is a high of 89 and a low of 63. Thursday and Friday are in the high 80s and low 60s. Over the weekend, the weather goes up to the mid-80s and down to the high 50s. Monday and Tuesday brings highs in the 80s and lows in the 50s. As you can see, the weather is slowly but surely getting colder and colder.
Whoa, those are some good things to know.
Hey, have you been to Lone Tree?
Yeah, but this year's Science Magnet is preparing differently than we did. So why don't we learn how they're preparing in our Around Campus segment?
Well, I wanted to find a fun way for the kids to interact with food web. So they were assigned different parts of our food web as a carnivore, omnivore, herbivore, producer. So they all got assigned something, and they had a specific way they had to move to catch whatever they would normally catch out in the wild.
Today we interviewed a few kids from Miss Reno's class and hear what they had to say. So it's basically like a pyramid. There's the producers, the herbivores, and carnivores. The way the food web works is what animals eat other animals.
Animals travel through a food chain.
Food webs are made of like energy and
They're required to go sit out and make observations of biotic, which means living, or abiotic things that they see out in Lone Tree. They can also have conversations with the staff that work there. And at the end of their trip, they have to do a food web of everything that's in Lone Tree, because it's a different ecosystem than we have here in the desert. You're gonna have any organism that's alive, so plants, animals, we have the predators at the top, and then we have the producers at the bottom. And most of the kids focus on who eats what, or who eats who, but I really want them to start focusing on how energy is moved through the food web. I want them to create a bond in their magnet.
I'm Karen Chavez, and this is News from the Nest.
Well, it looks like the Science Magnet is having fun.
Yes, but what's there for us?
Maybe the commercial break will tell us.
Hey, welcome to Frog Fright Night. Okay. Yes, Hey guys, this statue looks a little bit real.
Yeah, well, maybe a little bit too real.
Stop being such a scaredy cat, Yair. Look. Yeah,
No,
see,
no,
it's fun.
I really think you should stop. Stop.
Oh my god.
What?
Where did she go?
She's gone.
Dude,
Wait,
what's
I've
happening?
seen this in movies.
What's
What happened? Where is everybody?
Anything can happen on Fall Fright Night. Ha ha ha.
That sounds exciting. Have you seen the news lately?
No, but let's check out our In the News segment.
Thanks. For K-Star Productions, I'm Joshua Rosenberg.
And I'm Adrian Munoz, bringing you today's news in Las Cruces.
September 18th was National Cheeseburger Day. And to celebrate, I went to McDonald's to get myself a nice cheeseburger. Hey, did you go?
No, I didn't.
Well, I did, and something was missing.
What could have been missing?
Well, the red caboose next to the McDonald's on Loman. As of September 13th, the red caboose was removed as part of a $6 billion effort to modernize restaurants. This iconic red caboose was installed in 1983 and has been there for 35 years now.
Oh, that's sad to hear. Hey, did you go to the UNM NMSU game on September 15th?
No, I really didn't.
Well, kind of good you didn't, because our Aggies lost big time to the Lobos by 17 points, which ended in a final score of 42-25. Well, that's all the time we have. Reporting for K-Star Productions, I'm Adrian Munoz.
And I'm Josh from Rosenberg. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Man, that sure makes me hungry for a cheeseburger.
Me too. Luckily, our broadcast is almost over, so we can get a bite to eat.
But first, let's go check out their pop culture section to see the beef between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Hot Topics. I'm Naya. And I'm Brooklyn. And today we're going to be spilling the tea.
Did you see that Cardi B and Nicki Minaj got in a fight at Fashion Week in NYC?
Yeah, I did see it. She left with a big non-hood. Ouch. Meanwhile, Apple just had an event and released a new iPhone XS and XR. The iPhone XR comes in a variety of colors and amazing technology.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna think about getting one.
Me too.
Oh my god, did you hear that Queen and Clarence are having a baby boy?
Yes, I'm so excited for them and their family.
Well, that's all for Spilling the Tea. I'm Brooklyn.
And I'm Naya, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Peace! Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah. Well, here's a surprise segment to check out Miss Q's baby grand piano.
All I can say is that we are fortunate that this piano was donated. It was donated by an anonymous donor from a private estate, and I got a phone call from White's Music Box saying that a piano was going to be donated to us, and we are just very fortunate that this happened because I believe we are the only middle school with a baby grand piano as of today. I definitely think that it will be useful. Our old piano, it's just very run down. Of course it works, and of course I will still utilize all the pianos that we have in all the practice rooms, but this one for rehearsal is just ideal for both the director and the accompanist, and for the students to get, they'll be able to hear a lot better with this piano, and it will definitely be utilized in the best way possible.
That's all the news we have for you today. For K-Star Productions, I'm Matthew Braden.
And I'm McCree Riley.
And this has been Falcon Flash News. You want that cheeseburger?
Yeah, let's go.